All right, recording. Gotta turn up the screen so that you don't have to watch my blue light filter on my glasses. Yeah. Actually, let me turn off the comp thing. It's annoying. I'm just gonna take these off and just speak and just expect that you can hear me normally. Yeah. So, as you can probably tell by the title of this video, I've been going through a breakup, and it has been life-shattering. And what I'm doing right now is really just, I don't know, an idea I got when I was at a hotel just now at a Smash Bros. Tournament this weekend. And the idea really much was that if I die tomorrow, I'd rather have done this than not done this. And so I kind of just wanted to commit to that, since I can do it right now, let me just do it kind of vibe. There's no script. There's no preparation. The only preparation I did was testing if audio was fine and just changing the file name and stuff like that. It's just like super basic. What I really want is just a human moment where it's just me sitting here in front of literally no one and just kind of being human, Being human, speaking, and just kind of, sharing my experience with what's happened in my life. And it's a gift if anybody can get something out of it. And really what's kept me from doing stuff like this probably is like, I was scared I might blurt out something or say something that like might get me into trouble or like might mess up my life for good. It's like, oh no, whatever. It's like, what? But it's like, I'm at the point in my life where I'm like, I can't really decide what path I get to be on. Life kind of just throws you on a path, And I kind of just wanted to just sit down and just be human. And then just press upload afterwards and put it on the internet. And like, if whatever happens, like, it just has to happen, right? I can't control it. It just has to happen. But I'm doing this because I decided to do it. That's like the main reason why. But yeah, I'm kind of rambling. But yeah, basically, I will avoid sharing any like super personal information. Avoid mentioning names or anything, because at the end of the day, I want to respect my ex's privacy as much as I can, while I'm still also, sharing. I can share from my privacy because that's my privacy. I get to decide how I want to share that, right? If I want to be an open book to the internet, that's my problem then to deal with, right? It's like a feeling, it's like, it's going to be on the internet forever. It's going to be out there for everybody to see. And that kind of feeling is just kind of like, yeah, why not? Like, it's scary, but it's scary because that it's weighing me down and I feel guilty and all that. But it's like, precisely of that, it's better to just get it out there and just like, just leave it up to life what happens now, So yeah. Instead of dragging this video on for like ever, I'm just gonna go through the breakup stuff so that we can get that out of the way and it'll flourish into something else. I have not tried this kind of stuff before, but like when I find myself in my own thoughts, like thinking, and I can think so much and so long and the same thing sometimes just ends up somewhere where I never expected to go, but it's like, oh damn, yeah, that's right. So maybe that'll happen here. The only little bit of control I want to do is that I'm going to transition into explaining my situation, so that it can actually move forward a little bit, and then I can get more into something specifically about the whole move forward part. Is actually something I want to talk about afterwards. But yeah, let me just try to, as humanly, while respecting Max's privacy, of course, just like explain like what I've been going through and what's happened. So I don't want to do the whole explain how we met and all that kind of stuff. It's like the most important thing is basically that for 2 months now, I've been going through a breakup. And it has been devastating to me. But the hardest part is that I don't feel that it's underserved, you know? And that's really the human part I want to put in here as well, kind of. It's like, if I start tearing up or something, like, just, I can't do anything about that. But I'll try not to. But it just feels, you know, like my friends and family, I've gotten so much advice from my friends and family. I have been taking like advice and been trying to find support in every single corner of my network that I have. And I'm super thankful that I have friends and family. It's one of the things that has kept me like going, you know, instead of starting to do drugs or, you know, really like becoming criminal or some shit, like, right? Like, I'm not there at all. I just went to a Smash Bros tournament. But like, that's the thing. Normally it would excite me like a crazy bunch, but I leave with this same feeling I don't have a normal day. The past months, just like a reminder, nothing's gonna help. It's literally just a matter of time. I mean, I do feel better, but yeah. But I think the main important thing to talk about here is like the breakup happened in a pretty like extreme way, in a way that really impacted me a lot, and it has really left a mark on me. And one of the things that makes my situation like pretty hard is that I can't just move on and like be like, this person I'll never see ever again, because they're connected with the things I like. And like, I honestly want to just be on good terms with everyone in the world. That includes my ex, but you can't control how things go. And right now I know that all she needs from me is distance. And so, you know, I've just really done the best I can to do that. I've deleted all her contact information and family's contact information, deleted all photos, you know, done everything I can to kind of, you know, try to understand and accept that, you know, it's over. And she's not coming back, right? And like, I sometimes glimpse, like, I sometimes like what do you call it? Wolf, like, what's the good word for it? I sometimes like, I don't actually know how you explain it. It's like I detach from reality or something. It's like my brain is like, oh wait, but she's still here, and then like I have to like snap back and remind myself, oh no, she's not. And oh yeah, I'll be using she, but like this person is technically non-binary. So. But the person was okay with me using she when we were in a relationship. Like, we agreed on that. So, and I'm pretty sure the pronouns were still just any. So, you know, I'm just going to use she. It's easier. But, of course, no disrespect towards the pronouns. Yeah, this is really unprofessional. But fuck it. It's human. This is me being human. This is not me being some educated content creator, or I tried to set myself into. I just sat down, pressed record, and let's just see what the fuck happens, right? Yeah. Where was I? That's the difficult part about this. It becomes rambling. But like, I need to actually find the thread because I do want to continue what I was talking about. I do kind of forgot what I was talking about. I need to keep going, otherwise this is just gonna be stupid. We're just gonna move on. We're just gonna move on to whatever else is gonna happen. Just kind of like you have to do in life. it happened explosively, right? It was like a really, shaky breakup. We kind of pushed each other to the limit, lost trust in each other, and it just died. And like, again, I really want to refrain from speaking for her or saying any of the things she told me, because that's her life, that's her privacy. I don't want to take responsibility for that or put that on the internet like that. I want to make it as anonymous from her perspective as possible. So I'll be mainly just talking about my experience, and what I feel, what I said, what I did. Right? It's like I honestly don't want to delve into the details, because family and friends have also told me, like, don't do that. And family and friends have told me a lot of things, but I really felt like this is something I'm doing because I want to do it. Right? This is the video here. But yeah, to continue on, happened explosively, and I think let's just talk about like because the breakup itself, like the like how it happened, is not really the cornerstone of everything, right? The cornerstone is something that I think I saw a video on YouTube, and I may leave a link to it in the description. It was like a Hope Core video, and in that video there was a guy who was talking about how white breakups do this to men, why they destroy us so much as they do. The thing is, you see someone as your future wife, potential mother to your children. We were gonna adopt, if anything. I don't think she wanted to give birth, but yeah, when you have that thought, like I had seen us going to Japan, and we both like Hatsune Miku. I got her into Hatsune Miku, so I saw us like going to concerts and stuff, traveling like on a plane, and so many adventures, so many more experiences. We were supposed to celebrate New Year's together. Is when you see someone like that, when you then lose that person, and it's not that they're dead. Like, I kind of had to in the beginning treat it as if she literally died. That was my coping mechanism, just telling myself that part of her that was in your life, she's dead. She's dead now. But like, when you have those dreams, it's more when it then breaks apart, when it doesn't work out, you lose much more than just the person itself, right? There's a whole future that you basically imagine that you lose, and every single day I have to go through. Every time I see a couple, I think about that could have been us. Every time I, like, for example, like when I boarded the plane to go to Germany, which I just did this weekend, I would also think, oh, I could have boarded the plane together with her. Or if someone says a remark, she'd probably respond like this, right? It's just like I have a ghost that's haunting me constantly. And it's hard. I think hard is an understatement. Hard is an understatement. Like, mainly the reason why I want to make this video is because I wanted to. I've seen so many videos talk about how you have to move on, how you have to, like, do this and that and whatnot. And my friends and family have also given me so much advice, telling you just gotta, like therapists, for example, telling me, like, have you ever heard about, like, making yourself such a much better version of yourself that you feel like they're missing out on you? And it's like, no, that's not where I feel at all. And my dad has given me such amazing advice that really is super lovely, and it's really really good advice. Like, it's really good advice to try to look at things positively and feed the positive wolf, and the dark evil wolf that is just negative thoughts. Just don't feed that one. Feed the positive one. Because I have a really bad habit of just taking everything in life and just throwing it down the dump and saying, yeah, but this and this and this and this, so now everything sucks. But really, all of these videos are saying that, you know, there's all these things you can do to fix it. And I've kind of come to a point in life where I kind of just, it's not life, but I've really felt that I've gotten so much advice on all these things, and the things that resonated with me the most is people just saying it's gonna be shit, and it's gonna be shit for like a year, maybe a couple months or whatever, but it's gonna be shit, and there's nothing you can do to fix it. You just gotta live through it, and that's kind of what I'm doing. But what I really want to emphasize is that, like, I've had, like, I actually am doing much better right now mentally than I thought I was going to be doing when I was going to record this video, which is nice. But at the same time, the last 2 months, I've really just, like, it's been the toughest months in my entire life. Hands down. The absolute toughest breaking point. I had to literally be in the psychiatric, like, closed section because I was, like, considering just killing myself. It was not really, like, I won't say I've really considered it, but it started becoming less scary to think about the thought of dying. And right now I'm sitting here, the thought of dying is also less scary. It's more probably just because I've settled into accepting just whatever happens in life. I can't control it. It's like, you know, if everything will crumble, everything will crumble. I just have to sit and watch. But yeah, I've like been through the toughest part in my entire life, for sure. Absolutely, no doubt. Doing much better now, which is good. But it's still shit. It's still shit. There's stuff I'm normally super excited about that I'm like, I don't really care about it much anymore. And that's kind of like the thing I wanted to put out here on the internet is like all these motivational videos about, you know, wanting to do something with your life now, you know, make it a comeback, and like all of that is like, you don't even need to have to want to live, man. I'm not alive because I want to like live and like, oh, I have this thing I'm gonna do and this thing. It's much more just, if I didn't have my friends and family, it'd be much harder. Like, they're just like, that's what's like holding me together. But like, I'm just existing just to see where it goes, man. Because like, if I were to like, you know, kill myself, I'd miss out on ever seeing what else happens, right? I don't know where my life is going to go. I don't know if in 10 years I'll be flourishing and doing incredibly well, or if in 2 years I'll find a new partner that is even better, or whatever. Like, I don't know, right? Like, I only know now. Like, heck, talk to me 2 weeks ago only, maybe even 1 week ago. Like, talk to me 4 days ago, and I feel so much worse than I do right now. Which, you know, says a lot. Time really just is the only thing, and time is really what I'm just putting every single like chip on right now. I'm betting everything on time. And I have an exam tomorrow in English class, and I haven't been studying up that well, and when I try to force myself to really just sit and study up and stuff, I have to motivate myself. I have to sit and listen to anime music and power myself up and crying and everything and trying to really motivate myself because if something's too hard, too difficult, I usually have something I can grab inside of me, some motivation that I can be like, yeah, let's go, let's do this. It's not there right now. I don't have it because that's the thing. When you have a future you saw in your head with someone, right? It's like, and that future then disappears. You lose interest in the other possible futures because that's not the future you were looking forward to. You know, and I know that things will get better. I can already feel the improvement. But like, I think sometimes it's just really important to remember we're just human. And my dad said this to me as well. And like, right now, at least for me, I don't feel interested in doing much with my life. Like, I have things that I can do, but like I'm doing them because I know I can. It's not so much because I have a burning desire to want to, or like because, it's like I just tell myself I just have to go through every day just because. And that makes me not the most fun social person to talk to. It makes me very undisciplined, if that's even a word. And a lot of these motivational gurus or like YouTube videos talking about, I mean, they're of course just trying to help people, which I like, and I also got some help from it, so it's good. But like the whole you just gotta move forward part, I think it's not you gotta move forward. It's just think about, you don't know what's gonna happen. So if you kill yourself, you'll never find out. So just stick around, find out. And if it hurts, it hurts. Doesn't mean it has to hurt forever. But like when you're in the hurt, when you're in the pain, right? You don't want to be in the pain. It's natural to want to escape from the pain. And I find myself sometimes more interested in virtual universes, or heck, even a dream. Like I had a dream where, like, I was with some people I never met, and this new girl I've never seen. And maybe something would happen romantically with her or anything. And then I woke up as soon as the dream opened. I just remember just feeling, just put me back in. Just put me back in. I want to see where that future goes. Like, that's kind of the feeling, is like if I'm watching a show or a series, right? It's like I'm not like super motivated to watch it, but when I do it and I'm watching it, it's like my whole reality becomes whatever I'm watching. Kind of why I like Smash tournaments that much, right? Because in my own life, I don't feel any motivation to see where this is going. It's not so much motivation as it is just a feeling of just like I just kind of have to. I just kind of have to see where it's gonna go. And for that reason, for example, I've made some decisions. And the first decision I made is that I was going to take a break from competing in Smash Brothers, which is my main hobby, I guess you can say. Not because like there's nothing in it for the competitive aspect for me, but just because I can, and because I felt really devastated when I lost at the tournament this weekend, and I just felt like not wanting to try anything anymore. And I just don't feel like that feeling is worth the small sense of like the good feeling, the small scale good feeling that I get from wins. It's not a trade worth it for me right now. So that's one. Another was making this video. And another is that in case my school cannot move like a study period I have that overlaps with a speedrun event, that I'm gonna stay home from the speedrun event and focus on school. But also because that's where my ex goes. She goes to these speedruns events, and that's where we met as well. And I still love the speedrun event, and I still want to make it a part of my life somehow. But I mean, friends and family have already told me that I probably shouldn't go, and I also feel myself that it may be better to just create some distance in my head, because like I do feel like I'm getting better, but she's still taking up way too much space in here. And you know, if I can sort of avoid like seeing her, you know, in front of me in the same room, then it may be easier over time to just kind of, for my brain to just accept that, yeah, now life goes on without her being a part of it in any way special. It would be nice, of course, if in the future we could be on civil terms and maybe even friends. I don't know. But like, that's not up to me to decide at this point, I feel. And that's another thing. I feel like I do feel incredibly guilty about how I've treated her. I feel like I treated her terribly. My friends and family tell me that I am taking way too much of like I'm taking her side too much. I'm defending her too much. Of course, I can't go into specifics, but like, I just deep down feel like I treated her terribly, and so I kind of feel like I deserve this. It's like, what did you expect was gonna happen? But you know, when you keep learning in life things and then you just never seem to be able to apply them, that kind of breaks your spirit. It's like, if I can't learn from my mistakes, then I'm just gonna keep making mistakes and just keep suffering all life. And maybe I am learning. I just don't feel it all the time. And yeah, that's difficult. That makes it especially difficult to get for a breakup if it's, you know, it's like, that's another thing the guy said in the video that I mentioned earlier, is if you, what do you call it? If it was a terrible person, a person who treated you terribly and only, you know, it was toxic 100% and you just want to get out of it immediately, right? Then it's not as like devastating to you, right? The reason why it's devastating is because like, there were at least some things there that your heart, it was like, you know, genuinely cared about. And for every like, no matter like how much pain I've felt, you know, between everything that happened between us, like, it was still some of the most magical moments of my life. The most special experiences I've ever had. And again, that future I created in my head was a dream I've always wanted. My entire life, I've always wanted to find a girlfriend or a partner that has the same interests as me, that I can talk with, can do deep talks with, and, you know, yeah, share life in that way. And then when you finally get that, and it dies, and it was only like 5 months, not even, almost 5 months. it's just like I wish there was more, you know? Like people keep telling me that like, you should be happy that it ended already now because it would have hurt much more the longer you've been. And where I sit right now, this is probably where it's like I'm still in the process, right? I don't feel that way. I feel like if I had been in it for like 2 years or something and it died then, right? I would have at least be able to say, well, we did this, we did this, we did this, we had a good run, you know. Like this feels like, I finally almost got something I've been looking for my entire life. Um and and then it just kind of almost as quickly as it came, it died. Um and it's kind of a whiplash being, back here again. Um and I kind of just, yeah, I don't know. I'm going on tangent now, but yeah, that's as part of how it feels. I don't know. I'm gonna check how long in we are now. I don't want to use like a million years on this, um, but I also don't want to think about what I didn't get to say. Oh, we're 30 minutes in. Freak. Yeah, you know what? I don't know if I got to say everything I wanted to say. I'm gonna try to close it off. Maybe cap it at 40 minutes max. Let's say it like this, okay? Regarding the breakup, from my experience, right? I feel guilty, and there are so many things saying you just need to move on. You just need to tell yourself it was bad so that you can move on and just screw the person, right? Whatever, and just move on. I am my morals and like my honesty as a person is sometimes like not good for me, and I just can't lie to myself. And if I do, I feel so much guilt and weight and pressure and stuff like that, right? And it's like, no, I genuinely, it takes two to tango, as everybody says. It takes two to tango, right? So I understand that. I still feel really guilty for treating her so fucking terribly, considering that she gave me that chance. And she gave me multiple chances, even. And, you know, I just kept breaking her trust. Like, she kept breaking mine as well. It goes both ways, But, at the end of the day, it's something I feel guilty about. And I think that's kind of also why I wanted to get it out, because I wanted to emphasize, like you don't have to not feel guilty. You just need to understand that, like, life goes on one way or another. Even if it's not fun, if it's not, what you wanted, you just have to stick around just so you can see what happens in the future, And yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm just sticking around, gonna see what happens. Maybe I can get into university, and I don't know. Like, I'm not that dedicated to my studies right now, and I don't really feel it. I'm trying to maintain things. That's the thing. I'm just maintaining my life, maintaining everything, maintaining my Japanese, maintaining my school, maintaining my friends, maintaining my positions and communities. But I'm not really evolving them. I'm not really pushing them. I'm not really engaging in them in the same way I used to do, because I've lost that interest in making something out of life now. I'm kind of just gonna see where life goes, and if it goes somewhere great, that's nice. Generally, but yeah. But like, you don't have to want to live to be around, And I think that's the easiest way. And for some, I hope if just one person watching right now found this and it resonates with you, then I'm just thankful for that, honestly. And that's why I'm doing this. It's like I know there's a very slim chance that anyone would find this video and watch it. It's like a channel's not big. I don't think it's gonna reach many people. But the chance is not zero. And so why not? Right? Um because maybe seeing someone else being in this state, being this defeated, having so much left in life and still feeling like not doing much with it. Like, I have this video game right here I've been looking forward to for so long, and I hadn't bought it until like a week ago. It came out in October. It has Sonic the Hedgehog, like a character I grew up with, which is my childhood, and Hatsune Miku. Like, that's a crossover between two of the things I love the most, and yet I don't feel a single thing in my fucking heart. I'm used up. I'm done. I'm exhausted. And I don't feel like trying anymore. I just feel like sticking around. And that also is kind of what gives me the strength to kind of just let go of things. Take a break from competing in Smash Bros. And, give up on going to the speedrun event and whatnot. And other stuff, right? And kind of just, hey, this thing will remind me of her. I shouldn't watch it. I'll just watch it anyway and just take the hits. Because what can you do? Is hell seeing your ex literally everywhere you are, in everything you do, in everything every day. It's so painful. It's getting better slowly, yeah. It's like every time I'm reminded, it's like I'm just, oh, sure, I've been hit. Like, you hit me with this like a week ago. Pull your punch again. Go ahead. But it's like I think this is a good thing to end off with here. Because maybe this isn't exactly like how I wanted this video to turn out, but this is what happened. This is what happened. I came home, I sat down, pressed play, and just went for it. And maybe it's been rambling, maybe it's been chaotic, but it's human. This is just me, just being me, and, trying to talk about my situation without, sharing too much private information, and, trying to respect my ex's privacy as well. But, just being human. And here's the thing I want to close it off with. In that same video that I've been mentioning throughout this video section, in that same video, the guy mentions that, oh god, I remembered it. I remembered before, and then I forgot. Oh no. Oh, that's a rhyme. I really wanted to say this on camera, actually. I really wanted to. I'm gonna see if I can remember it and just finish off of it. I'm sorry if this is like rambling at this point, but it's like, So this whole thing with like, if you see your wife, you see your future. That's like what it does to you when you feel devastated and you're moving on. Damn, it escaped me. It escaped me, dude. That sucks. That's life. Gotta take it on the chin and just, keep moving forward. The very advice that I wanted to, go against in this video. It's like, you're not moving forward by choice. You're moving forward because that's all you can do. Because as you exist, time keeps going, you're moving forward. That's what happens. You don't have to put effort into it. Just, do it however you see fit. Yeah. I really wanted to fucking mention that thing. I wanted to end on that. Should have grabbed it while it was there. You know, if you reach this part of the video and you feel like quitting, like hopping off, you can do that. You can go do whatever you want to do. I'm gonna sit here and try to see if I can catch it, because I really want to get that thought. I'm not gonna try to force it. I'm just gonna ramble, and eventually it will pop up, I imagine. God damn it. I don't remember it now. There was something about... No. I think it's just gone. I'll give it a little bit. But if it doesn't pop up, just like randomly, boof, I'll just end it off, because otherwise this will just be pointless. But this is very just, this is just me existing, being human again, just recording and just, letting my heart out. I don't know if it helped me feel better. I don't know if it will help others. But hey, you never know. Might as well just do it, I know it's not the thing. It's not about the thing where it's like, the person that you saw something good in and stuff like that. Those ones that hurt, or it's why breakups hurt men so much. I'm not gonna pull up the video and watch it and try to figure it out. If it escaped me, it escaped me. That sucks. Oh well. That oh, I'm really low. I'm sitting really low. Yeah. I was sitting really low there. I think 45 minutes. Let's approach 45 minutes. That's a good mark. A 45-minute video of just me rambling about my situation. Yeah. I'll go a little bit back to, what one end off with was saying, that I feel guilty about how I treated her. And that guilt, stays with you. But you just gotta just keep living life. And yeah. In the end, I know that even if she came back to me and said, I want to be together again, which I know is not going to happen, but even if she did, I need to just say no. And that's kind of the thing, which is that's a good point, actually. It is that sometimes I don't feel right now. Like, I don't feel. I'm pretty empty. I'm pretty used up. I'm pretty drained. but I still know. And that's honestly the thought that can be really important to just keep yourself, you know, just alive. Because if you feel like taking your life, but you know that there's much more waiting for you, you know that there's you know that you're not gonna know, or you know that you right now don't know what your future is gonna have in store. You don't know where you're gonna be in 10 years. You don't. And that knowledge is something that can help just keep you alive. That's honestly my main message, and what I'm doing now is a TLDR of my life right now. Even though I can't feel much excitement or feel much, interest in doing things, I just do things just to do things. Because I would be doing them regardless. If I went back a few years, I'd still be like, that's things I would do. So it's natural for me to just do those things. And I keep myself alive. Even if I don't know if I'm going to end up on the street in 10 years, or if I'm going to be a successful film director, or the third, fourth, fifth, sixth option. I don't know. But I know that I just need to wait and see what happens. May not be the most responsible thing to just sit around and doing nothing. It's not I'm doing nothing, but it may not be the most responsible thing to just be like, not, making an effort out of things with your life. But you're at least still alive. And I think when you're going through a life-shattering breakup that, really just feels like it destroyed a dream that you've always had, if you've no experience is the same. No experience is the same. So people will say they've been in your shoes and stuff. They've not. They have not been in your shoes. That's something I really want to highlight. Nobody has been in your shoes. Only you has ever been in your shoes. Because the way you feel things and the memories you have are all unique to you, which will completely affect how you experience going through these kind of things. So no one has ever been in your shoes. They've been in similar shoes, but not yours. And that's kind of the most important thing, is if you're going through something that makes you feel like life is not worth it anymore, then life feels like it's not worth it anymore for you. Fact. It's like, that shouldn't be combated. That should be understood and accepted and respected. And that's then where I apply the knowledge to myself that even if I don't feel like doing this thing, I know that I should just do it anyway. And that's the knowledge that you just need to have. It's just, don't live because you want to. Do it because you know that there's a future waiting that you don't know what's going to have. And you just need to see where it goes. And that's what I'm going to go to bed with today. I don't know if I'm going to die tomorrow going to the exam, but I just have to wake up and find out. I don't know if I'm going to fail the exam. I just have to find out. I don't know if I'm going to get top grade at the exam. I'll just have to find out. I don't know if I'm going to find a new girlfriend in a year. I just have to find out. I don't know if I'm going to be single for the rest of my life. I just have to find out. You don't know. That's why you got to live. Just to find out. And luckily for me, I have amazing friends and family that I enjoy helping and doing things for. And maybe I don't enjoy doing things for myself. And that's fine right now, because at the end of the day, I'm alive. I don't need to do exercises. I don't need to do some crazy diet or some crazy programs to try to get me back on my feet. I can just exist. And then help out, for example, in the Smash Bros community with doing their streams and, talk to my friends when they need to, or, host birthday parties like I did, I think some weeks ago for a friend here. you know, just helping other people, helping the world is something I value a lot. And I'm just gonna keep doing that. And maybe I'm not good at helping myself or valuing myself. So be it. I'll just have to maybe one day find out and learn. I don't know. But life goes on. And you just have to keep being alive. It's better than not being alive. Because if you're not alive, you won't know what's gonna happen when you're gone. So, just stick around. Regardless of what you're going through, just stick around. That's my best advice. To both you, to both anyone watching, and to myself. And I think I just want to end it there. Because we're reaching 50 and I couldn't find the thought, but whatever. Then I got to have this talk, you know? That's the reality now. So yeah. Thank you for watching, and hope this helped anyone if it did. And yeah, otherwise, I don't know. Oh, I just got a weird feeling of this is like just not being in reality anymore. All right. I just dragged on for way too long. Let's just end it here. And just yeah. I don't know what's gonna happen in the future for this channel, what I'm gonna be uploading, the Smash Bros speedrunning first thing, I don't know, whatever, but there's probably gonna be another upload after this, so enjoy those. And I guess I don't know. See you around, whoever I'm talking to right now. Yeah. Just be alive. That's all.